evening. We've got a great evening at Roslin Court tonight. My name's Morag Butler, and we've got the John Ward Trio. We've also got Will Rees giving us a song. And we've got the usual raffle, which you're all in the room here. You're in the raffle. You at home, if you donate, then you will be put in the raffle during this concert. And anyway, if you donate or you don't donate, join in the chat, because we'd like to know where you are and what you're doing and, you know, what you're eating, what you're drinking, who you're with, what job you do, what you're wearing, that kind of thing, you know. So, what will you win? You will win one of John Ward Trio's CDs. Yay! For those of you who have CD players. And second prize is, of course, the most wonderful Who Gives a Crap emergency toilet roll. So before any of that, I'm going to sing you a serious song. Yeah. This is a Randy Newman song. I'm not very fond of Randy Newman because of that short song that he wrote, but I've forgiven him because of this one, because it's gorgeous. Broken window, empty hallway, cold dead moon, and a sky streaked with grey. Human kindness is overflowing, and I think it's going to rain today. Scarecrows dressed in the latest style, with frozen smiles to chase love away. Human kindness is overflowing, and I think it's going to rain today. Think I'll kick it down the street. That's the way to treat a friend. Bright before me, the signs implore me to help the needy and show them the way. And I think it's going to rain today. Okay, now we're going to introduce to the stage Will Rees, please. Let's give him a good, warm welcome. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi. How's everyone doing? Good, yeah. Wasn't that beautiful from Morag? Gorgeous. Love that song as well. But nice version. Okay. So my name's Will Reese, and I blew into Margate about 18 months ago. I'm here making an album. Thank you very much, Morag, for having me. How's that level-wise? Is that all right? Should I turn that up a bit? Cool. And obviously, hello to all the good people at home, having their suppers. Or maybe not. This is called What's Stopping You.
What's stopping you? What's stopping you? Oh, what's stopping you? Yeah, what's stopping you?
Thanks.
Wonderful, thank you. Thank you. Well, what amazing guitar work. Thank you. That was really annoyingly good. Okay, so now we're going to have more of Will Reese in the second half, those of us who are still here. I don't mean that you're going to leave, I'm going to mean that you lot are going to leave, sorry. And at the moment, we're going to have John Ward Trio. Hey!
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Just get ourselves moving here. There we are. We're such big people, there's not enough space up here. It's good to be here in Margate. It's our first time we played here as a trio. I played here once a long time ago on my own.
But first time at Roslin Court?
Yes, first time at Roslin Court, yes. Lovely. Already having a good time. I'll tell you about where we've come from and everything in a little while. But we're going to kick straight in with the song. This is an optimistic song. We need a bit of that right now, I think. Do we? Not? Yeah. Yeah. And it's it name checks a few people who could see a better world over there somewhere in the future, and how it came to pass. Things like the abolition of the slave trade and the NHS, all those things people thought were impossible, and then somebody had the idea, and it came to be eventually. So it's got a chorus. Do you sing along here? Good.
Whether you want us to or not.
If you could stick strictly to the choruses, that'd be good. It's easy, the chorus. I see land, I see land, I see land, rising from the waves to save the weary, lost and damned. All right? That was easy, wasn't it? Yeah. I can hear that, all right? Tossed upon a sea of waste, battered by the bullying storms, lost beyond without a trace, through lightless night and empty dawn. What lies behind is a foreign land, though in it I was born and grown. It's been twisted by grasping hand that wants the whole world for its own. Sometimes a circle, the whirlpool of despair. There in the crow's nest, where the watcher stands, with his hand to his eye, he cries, I see land. From the waves to save the weary, lost and damned. I see land, I see land. From an upturned world where black is white, who can see the naked king? The poor are blamed for their own plight, loud charity trumps everything. But there's a time to heal and a time to bleed, a time to cut the ties that bind, to face the pain that the fear exceeds, a time to leave and travel blind. And when it seems there is no refuge, or too much weight to bear, up stands with a hand to her eye, she cries, I see land, I see land, rising from the waves to save the weary, lost and damned. I see land, I see land. So here's Mr. Gandhi and Dr. King, Emmeline and Rosa too. Bevan and Mandela, it's to you I sing, and all the ones who sail in you. Do we need a leader? Do we need a guide? A far-eyed soul who can see much more, to take us through to the other side? Or is it in ourselves we find that shore? For all those who suffer under the weight of care, up there in the crow's nest, where the watcher stands in the dark hour of the age, she cries, I see land, I see land, rising from the waves to save the weary, lost and damned. I see land, I see land, I see land, rising from the waves to save the weary, lost and damned. I see land, I see land. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Well sung. That was like that's a proper folk club sound, that was. Thank you. A few harmonies as well. I haven't said hello to all the YouTubers at home with their Domino's pizzas and San Miguel's on the settee. Anchor Folk Club. Oh, well, hello, Anchor Folk Club. We did.
Hello, Anchor Folk Club. We had
great. That was a
a
good gig.
brilliant night there at Anchor Folk Club before the pandemic stopped us all.
Anyway, we're from Lowestoft in Suffolk, which is the most easterly place in the British Isles, if you didn't know that. And we're going to do a few songs from our neck of the woods, not exclusively, but we're going to do a few. This first one is about a place called Dunwich, which is the lost city of Dulwich. It's the not Dulwich, Dunwich. It was a big city in medieval times, and it washed. You know it, yeah. She knows all about it, yeah. And it went down into the sea and under the water. And on a winter's night, allegedly, you can still hear the bells of all the churches that are under the water ringing. Time Team did a special on it, and they found the churches under the water. And that's about half an hour from us, Dunwich. So if you ever head down that way. So we're going to conjure up some of the storms and squalls and smells of Dunwich from the medieval times. And the wind blows, and the sea swell, and the storm grows, and the church bells chime. The church of St. Nicholas, St. John's and St. Anthony's lie broken and buried neath flint-coloured waves. Two proud monasteries who prayed for their sanctuary, drowned with the town their God wouldn't save. And the rich and the mighty who ruled over the country, the nobles and tradesmen, their children and wives, high on the cliff they built up their fortunes in stone and in timber. They carved out their lives, and the wind blows, and the seas swell, and the storm grows, and the church bells chime for the proud wealthy city. The seas without pity tore down, tore down. The seas without pity tore down. And the markets throng with the merchants, the festival drum and the banners flown high, through the gates of the dark walls, to the steps of the guild hall, the towers of the faithful, and the spires pierce the sky. And in their hands. Where was their power? In the dark, desperate hour, the storm broke and snatched all the wealth from their land. And the wind blows, and the seas swell, and the storm grows, and the church bells chime for the proud, wealthy city. The seas without pity tore down, tore down. The seas without pity tore down. Now the bones of a young boy lie bleached on the shingle beach, washed to the shore from the old cemetery. And a few huddled homes sit on the cliff top alone, where even the dead can't sleep peacefully. And the bells of St. Nicholas, St. John's and St. Anthony's lie broken and buried in flame-coloured waves. Can you hear their sad chimes speak a pound of time? The cold sea pulled down Churchill's grave, and the wind blows, and the seas swell, and the storm grows, and the church bells chime for the proud, wealthy city. The seas without pity, and the wind blows, and the seas swell, and the storm grows, and the church bells chime for the proud, wealthy city. The seas without pity tore down, tore down. The seas without pity tore down. Thank you, Greenwich, Lost City. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Here's another one from Lowestoft. We know these songs are from Lowestoft and East Anglia because I wrote them, so it's not a traditional thing. This is a song from, dare I say it, our new album. This new album called Congress comes with a book as well. Yeah.
So it is stolen away.
And it's about try and keep it quite quick here. The book and the album. It's one of them. They're concept albums. Sound like I'm up myself, but that's what it is. It's about Buffalo Bill's Wild West show visit to the UK, specifically our hometown of Lowestoft. Buffalo Bill came with his Wild West show in 1903 and other times as well. And this show had 800 people in it and 500 horses, 40 different nationalities. And they arrived in town in the morning, and they set up an arena for 12,000 people on a field. And then they did 2 shows, one in the afternoon and one in the evening. Took it all down, and then did it again the next day. And the next day, and the next day.
And wherever you're watching from on YouTube, Buffalo Bill probably came to possibly your town, if not a town near to you, because he went to almost all the railway towns in the UK, Scotland and Europe, in fact.
But if it came to Lowestoft, then it's the most easterly place, so we kind of thought, oh, Wild West comes to the Far East, you see. Anyway, there's all kinds of things we could tell you about it, but it's about a fishing family in Lowestoft and what they make of all the Native Americans and the Japanese and the Arabs and the Mexicans in the show and everything. So this is a song from it. It's a net hauling song because it's about Jack being out on the sea, pulling the nets in, the shimmer, the herring in the moonlight. Shimmer being a local word for it. It's got a chorus as well, and you sung so beautifully earlier. Haul away for your lives, haul away for your living, haul away through the night, pulling to bring the shimmer in. Have you got that? Yep. Good. Someone said, yeah. Thank you, Sue. Yeah.
Thank you, Sue.
Have you got it at the back? Yes, good. Here we go. When you're ready. Yeah. Haul away for your lives, haul away for your living, haul night, pulling to bring the shimmer in. Haul away for your lives, haul away for your living, haul away through the night, pulling to bring the shimmer in. Out upon this wild plain, on the shifting seas we're thrown, hunting the silver herring down, straining nerve and back and bone. Haul away for your lives, haul away for your living, haul away through the night, pulling to bring the shimmer in. The restless wind at whim it moves as the captain's hand guides our sail, drifting where the fish are many, we'll go hungry should we fail. Haul away for your lives, haul away for your living, haul away through the night, pulling to bring the shimmer in. Half the night we've heaved these nets, our muscles tight, our backs are sore. Every pull's a penny to us, so put your back in, pull some more. Haul away for your lives, haul away for your living, haul away through the night, pulling to bring the shimmer in. Haul away, haul away, haul away, and bring 'em in. Send us a friendly swing home, the sun is coming, the waves are red. I can't wait for my old lady wrapped in her arms in my own bed. Haul away for your lives, haul away for your living, haul away through the night, pulling to bring the shimmer in. I can't wait for darling Maggie wrapped in her arms in my own bed. Thank you. Here's one other that's about our neck of the woods. So Margate reminds us a bit of Lowestoft, actually. It's a seaside town. Hasn't, I don't want to say anything bad about Margate, but it's probably seen better times. I think a bit like Lowestoft and Great Yarmouth. It hasn't. It's at its peak, is it right now? Yeah. We went past the Winter Gardens earlier.
I see there's some sort of campaign to save the winter gardens.
It saved them in Great Yarmouth, but then Lowestoft never got to ever have any winter gardens, so you're lucky, aren't you? It's just winter. This is a song about the herring fisher girls who they're migrant workers who came from Scotland and followed the herring down the coast of Britain when the herring industry was at its height, because Lowestoft and Yarmouth were the big herring ports of the country. And they'd go into these coast towns and gut the herring, and about September, at the peak of it, there'd be 7,500 herring girls came down from Scotland to be in Lowestoft in the autumn, and they're all put up, and three of them could get through 3,000 fish in 1 hour, putting them into the barrels. It's pretty, and it was tough work as well. Anyway, this is a one of those rare things. It's a love song between Jenny, who's a fisher girl from Stornoway in the Isle of Lewis, and Billy, who's a ploughboy, and it's a love song that involves fish and herring, which is the most erotic of fish, I think. Once again, it's got a refrain, so. Born in the shadow of a mountain, sunset on the western sea, following the drifters clockwise, Stornoway to Aberdeen. raised on the open flatlands. Iron waves touch the red sunrise, working as a village farmhand on the soil beneath the big sky. Jenny follows the fish, Billy follows the plough. Jenny follows the fish and Billy follows the plough. Southward she rides the railways, just a trunk and a Highland songs. Terrace rows and factory chimneys, so far from where she belongs. First light, the skylark singing, the village stirs from misty sleep. He's been working for 2 long hours, herding cows and rounding sheep. Jenny follows the fish, Billy follows the plough. Jenny follows the fish and Billy follows the plough. Autumn and the team in harvest pour silver on the harbour quay. All day she guts the herring, the east wind cuts up bitterly. It blows across the husk cloud fields. Billy with his sickle swings, breaks his back from dawn to sundown, singing songs to bring the crops in. Jenny follows the fish, Billy follows the plough. Jenny follows the fish and Billy follows the plough. Sunday, a harvest service, the congregation stands to sing. All eyes upon the altar, she can't help but glance at him. Outside the bells are ringing, the rooks scatter, croak and call. As she walks, he's there waiting, with a smile by the Flint church wall. Jenny follows the fish, Billy follows the plough. Jenny follows the fish and Billy follows the plough. Mountain shadow, raised in a whitewashed croft, a long way from girl to mother, from Stornoway to Lowestoft. Rooted to the land he was born on, a silver wave brought his bride. 2 names on one great church stone, laid together side by side. Jenny follows the fish, Billy follows the plough. Jenny follows the fish and Billy follows the plough. Jenny follows the fish, Billy follows the plough. Jenny follows the fish and Billy follows the plough.
Thank you. Stornoway to Lowestoft.
Hi,
Thank you.
it's me. I'm just going to talk to the people at home, please. If you could, if you're enjoying this as much as we are here, and it's a real privilege to bring it to you, I hope you could think about perhaps donating, if you possibly can. And as a bit of a hint about what you could possibly give, I just wanted to think for a moment about East Anglia, which was the most powerful of the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms of England for a brief period, but only because they had a victory over the rival kingdom of Northumbria, boo, around about the year 616. So I was thinking, because they peaked a bit after that. So I thought maybe a donation of £6.16 would be a sensitive reminder of better days. What do you think?
Very appropriate.
But in fact, if everybody who watched this gave £2, it would really, really help us with our putting on of these events. That would be lovely. But anyway, give what you can, please. Lovely. Back to John Ward Trio.
Thank you for that. A word from our sponsors. Thank you.
Hang on. I forgot. I always forget. Where can people get your CDs who aren't in this room? I mean, people who are in the room, they're there.
Yeah.
Other people?
Everyone has already bought one here today.
Yeah, they have. I noticed that. There was a queue.
Yeah, there was a queue.
It was a queue, yeah.
www.johnward.org.uk. All right, that's the website address, www.johnward.org.uk. Don't leave the UK off, because otherwise you get a sex therapist in Atlanta, and that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And I can't
Horses
remember.
for courses. Yeah.
I can't remember how much the CDs are online, except for the new one, because that's fresh in our memories. And it's a CD and a book. It's called Congress. John's written a wonderful piece, which is a live show. But you can order that from the website, and it's £18, and that includes postage and packing. So that would help us a lot if you wanted to hear that.
And YouTubers donate. Make East Anglia great again. Okay, so this is a song off the new album. It's called Adrift. You can imagine the Native Americans out there on the Great Plains, hunter-gatherers, and that's the way of life they had. And then, as we all know, genocide was attempted on them, and they were penned into the reservations. And they relied on the Lakota in North and South Dakota, relied on the buffalo. That was the way of life, the buffalo. And there's a little interesting fact that in 1800, it's estimated there was 30 to 60 million buffalo in North America. And by the time it got to 1880, there was 300. And that was a result of the European and American settlers hunting, and the way of life gone. So these Native Americans, some of them joined the Buffalo Bill show because it was a better life than being on the reservation, it seems. And they probably hadn't, a lot of them hadn't seen the ocean before, so they coming across on the Atlantic and the steamer, and found themselves in places like Manchester and Birmingham and Lowestoft, then possibly Margate, I think, maybe. I'm not sure. So this is called The Drift, but recently we've been dedicating it, well, we always have dedicated this one, actually, to people trying to find a better life across the waters and seeking safe refuge in a better place, far away from war and famine and persecution. We sail adrift upon an ocean with no mark to home our hearts. Sometimes I stand, sometimes I'm broken. I miss the land of which I was part. The winds of change blow right through me, take my breath and turn me round. The waves roll on with might and fury. I turn to you for solid ground. Sail on through sorrow, sail on to the dawn. Who knows what lies tomorrow? But when all hope is gone, we do? We just sail on. Will this cruel sea come and claim me and take me down before I cross? Where is the strength that could sustain me? Bear the weight of all I lost. Sail on through sorrow, sail on to the dawn. Who knows what lies tomorrow? But when all hope is gone, what can we do? Just sail on. Sail on through sorrow, sail on to the dawn. Who knows what lies tomorrow? But when all hope is gone, what can we do? We must sail on. Thank you. Adrift. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Okay. Well, this is we're going to head back to
That's your new single as well, isn't it, John?
yeah, single, right? Yeah, it is a new single, but it's not a proper single. We're not talking 45 vinyl here with a B side that's better than the A side or anything like that. We're meaning this is Spotify and. I mean, we do prefer people to buy CDs, of course. We were talking about with Will, who's doing his new album. We were talking about him a little bit earlier about, we need people to buy CDs, really, you know. But if you're not of the CD persuasion, then you can find these things on Spotify and Amazon and all those streaming platforms and things. So, if you want to find it there, that's fine.
I don't know how many million streams you need to get the equivalent of a CD sale.
Bag of crisps.
But it's a lot.
This song isn't recorded yet. This is a song, again, we're going back to Lowestoft. This could only be from Lowestoft, this song, because it's about a fashion phenomenon that happened in Lowestoft in the early 1960s, where the fellas who went out on the trawlers, who were young men, they spent all their money, all their painfully earned money, on very lovely clothes. So they were like Teddy Boy 1950s creepers, for those of you who might be familiar with those. But they were kind of brightened up, so they wore kind of like oranges and lime greens and mauves and things, and they were like that, so they were kind of psychedelic up a bit. And they became known as the Dockside Dandies, which was not a name they were particularly keen on, apparently. And if you called them a Dockside Dandies, you'd get a thump, you know. And nobody messed with them. And they were known up and down the east coast of Britain. So, this is a song about a Dockside Dandy and more about a young woman who runs off with one on the back of a Triumph Bonneville. Somebody had a Triumph Bonneville over there. Did you have a Triumph Bonneville at home? Send in your answers on a postcard, thank you. And the Triumph Bonneville is a motorbike. So they're going. She's going off on the back of this motorbike with the Dockside Dandy for a more exotic and sensual life in South Suffolk somewhere, or maybe North Essex. And it's about the reaction to the town to this outrage that she would leave this fine, upstanding man and leave Lowestoft to go and be somewhere else. It's got an easy chorus. Dandy, dandy, he's nothing but a dockside dandy. You can get that, can't you? Hope you can. 2, 3, hey. The last they saw her was the first they knew. She left them all at the old town too, on the southbound road heading out of view. On the back of a bike doing 60. They checked her room but her bag was gone. Just a note for a fella that read Dear John. The gossip went round, guess what she's done? Gone or left, how could she? For a dockside dandy. Poor John had his whole life planned. She'd be the good wife, he'd be the man. He'd asked her old man for a hand. They'd have kids when he was ready. And now he stands in the grid of the terrace town, with the soot of the chimneys and the drizzle dripping down. Scratches his head, says with a frown, why would she leave me for a dockside dandy? 'Cause a dockside dandy, as we all know, is a puffed up poser, he's all for show. His creeper boots and his teddy boy suit, thinks he's dressed to kill. Triumph Bonneville, but he's just a dockside dandy. Dandy, dandy, he's just a dockside dandy. You got it. Dad in his chair with his face all red, with a belly of bitter that's gone to his head. Says he comes round here, he's bloody well dead. I can have the bastard easy. And Mum at the sink says, don't you cuss. She scrubs too hard with a washing up brush. She never was one to make a fuss. She brings the tea in quietly and doesn't mention the dockside dandy. 'Cause a dockside dandy, as we all know, is a puffed up poser, he's all for show. His creeper boots and his teddy boy suit, thinks he's dressed to kill. His Triumph Bonneville, but he's just a dockside dandy. Dandy, dandy, he's just a dockside dandy. And her old teacher says, I could have told you so. She's a right little mare back then, you know. Always looking out of the class window, never had her tie done neatly. And the girls at the battery all say with a tut, their arms crossed tight, she wasn't raised a slut. Like, oh, with him, he's all swagger and strut. Her head was turned too easy. He's nothing but a dockside dandy. And a dockside dandy, as we all know, is a puffed up poser, he's all for show. His creeper boots and his teddy boy suit, thinks he's dressed to kill. On his Triumph Bonneville, but he's just a dockside dandy. Dandy, dandy, he's just a dockside dandy. They saw her, she was leaving the place, on the back of a bonny with a smile on her face. Skirt hitched up, her arms around his waist, pulling herself in tightly to her dockside dandy. And a dockside dandy, as we all know, is a puffed up poser, he's all for show. His creeper boots and his teddy boy suit, thinks he's dressed to kill. On his Triumph Bonneville, just a dockside dandy. And a dockside dandy, as we all know, is a puffed up poser, he's all for show. His creeper boots and his teddy boy suit, thinks he's dressed to kill. On his Triumph Bonneville, but but he's just a dockside dandy. A dandy, dandy, he's just a dockside dandy. Thank you very much, well sung.
Thank you.
Thank you. There we go, well sung again. We're going to do a song with the boron down here now. And there's a lot of inequality in the world. That's patently obvious. And there's all, you know, there's people starving, there's people who are just hungry, and there's people who can't eat their homes. And then there's multi-billionaires and multi-millionaires, and there's quite a lot of them actually. It's not just 3 or 4. And we've got a plan for the revolution. yeah.
Sing them into submission.
That's what we've been trying to do with this song, haven't we?
We
For
have.
ages now.
Yeah, John wrote this a long time ago. I think you've had this song longer than you've had me, haven't you?
That's it. 56 years.
I'm not that old. Yeah, and we've been singing this song for many years, hoping things would change, but we'll keep singing it.
Yeah, I mean, if the plan of the revolution is that if we had these one little fact here about millions and billions, you probably know this, but I didn't know this until fairly recently, that there's a million is, if it was expressed in seconds, a million is 11 days. A million seconds is 11 days, all right? So imagine that's a millionaire, and that's pretty rich, isn't it, a millionaire, you know. And a billionaire is, a billion seconds, I should say, is about 32 years. So that's, exactly. So it makes the millionaire look quite poor, really. So our little plan is we take about 20% off the billionaires, the multi-billionaires. They still remain multi-billionaires, but people get fed, you see. It's easy. Just wrestling off them is the problem.
This song's called Spread the Load Out. You just got to get on note.
Yeah, and it's probably our last one of the set, I think, probably.
Well, if it's going to be the last one of the set,
Yeah.
we just call the raffle.
Oh, call the raffle, yeah.
Okay.
To raise money for the hard-pushed billionaires who can't
They
afford
need all the help they can
because
get.
Richard Branson's just had to, sell up, hasn't he?
1, 2. Fabulous. Okay. Right. Nige Hoskins. Nige? Where's Nige? N-I-G. Hodgkins. Ugh. Okay.
He's not here.
Well, what we're going to do about that? And the second one is Cameron Brady Turner. Cameron Brady Turner? Right, I reckon, Cameron, you have won the CD. Yeah, and Nige, who didn't unfortunately come, he can win a toilet roll when he gets in touch with me. Yeah? So thank you very much. Your last song for this set, and then we have a break. And sorry, you people at home, but we have more.
So just thank you if you've tuned in on YouTube at home. Thank you very much for listening. We appreciate it a lot. And sorry we weren't seeing the second half, but these lovely people here will still be here. So.
Are we too slick?
That never works.
Is it just and is it fair? The ones who have the least pay the lion's share, while the fat cat claws for more. Spread the load out, spread the load out. One man lives in a mansion, the other in a bedsit slum. One has space and rooms to waste, the other man has none. One owns acres of pasture, the other rents a windowsill. One lies his head on a king-size bed, the other sits crammed in a chill. Oh, is it just and is it fair? The ones who have the least pay the lion's share, while the fat cat calls for more. Spread the load out, spread the load out. While up in the palace of power, they pay themselves so well.
down on the street to make ends meet. You gotta find something to sell to make the poor work harder, pay as little as you can, but keep the wages high if you're gonna try to motivate the wealthy man. Oh, is it just and is it fair? The ones who have the least pay the lion's share, while the fat cat claws for more, for more. Spread the load out, spread the load out. Says a company chief in a Rolls Royce, I deserve every pound of my pay. And there's an old man with freezing hands who won't heat his room today. Some call it the politics of envy, it's the politics of need. One struggles to survive so the other can thrive. Who envies that kind of greed? Oh, is it just and is it fair? The ones who have the least pay the lion's share, while the fat cat claws for more, for more. Spread the load out, spread the load out. Well, one man lives in a mansion, the other in a bed-sit slum. There's a growing state of greed and hate, three worlds living in one. There's a voice in a suit in the city saying times are gonna get tough, while down in the queue a voice breaks through. That's it, I've had enough. Oh, is it just and is it fair? The ones who have the least pay the lion's share, while the fat cat claws for more, for more. Spread the load out. Oh, is it just and is it fair? The ones who have the least pay the lion's share, while the fat cat claws for more, for more. Spread the load out, spread the load out, spread the load out, spread the load out.
See you in the second half. Thanks.
Fabulous. John Ward Trio, everybody. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, we're going to have more, but for people at home, I need to thank Will Rees for singing a song, and also Andrew on the door, Roger doing the filming, John doing the sound, Chris doing the cameras, and on the bar, Lizzie, who's normally in Galashiels, but she's been on the bar today. Yeah. And also Dave, who's helping out as well, and Danny. Thank you very much, everybody. Next week, we have Elizabeth and Jameson, who've been here before and are absolutely brilliant. It's just wonderful. So come along to that. Then on Tuesday, April the 18th, we have an Irish evening here. It's the first time we're having one. There isn't anything like that in the area, so we're really looking forward to that. And I'm on the bar that night. Una's running that. It's nothing to do with me. It's Una's night. Wednesday the 19th, we've got jazz, which we have every third Wednesday. Thursday the 20th, we've got John Connolly coming. So if you've been to a session, you know Fiddler's Green, because somebody always sings Fiddler's Green at a session. So come and listen to the bloke who actually wrote the song. It's not traditional, he wrote it. Yeah, so that's going to be absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. Anything else I need to say, really? I don't think so. Just thank John Ward Trio again. I do. There's a problem with PayPal. People aren't able to pay on PayPal at the moment. Can you just keep trying, please? Because it will happen. Thank you very much. That'd be great. And I'll see you next week. Thank you very much. My name's Maura Butler. This is Roslyn Court. Thank you very much. Bye.